I am thrilled to say that I've been joined by Tracy Chevalier. I'm here at the London Quilters exhibition, and Tracy has her own quilt on show, and we're in front of it. Tracy may be very well known to you as the author of The Last Runaway, which is quilt inspired, isn't it? It's
Yes.
got lots of interesting stuff about quilts.
The main character, Honor Bright, is a quilter, and I wanted to choose something that both she's English, and American women did in the 19th century, and quilting seemed an obvious choice.
It's certainly a definite link, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. So is this a quilt that was inspired by your research or by family history?
Yeah, when I was doing research for the quilts, I realized after a while that if I was going to write about somebody quilting, I needed to learn to quilt myself. And I had never done more than sew on a button, so it was quite a leap. I took a class, I joined a group, and I made this over the course of a year or so while I was researching and writing the book. And it's not inspired by family. I guess as a beginning quilter, it's called First Quilt because it is very much a first quilt. And I suppose the colors and the type of fabric, it's a very traditional American quilt. It's 4-patch, it's very simply done. Most of the fabric is from shops in the States. You might say it's sort of that has that Civil War quilt feel about it.
Well, it's certainly a very simple quilt, but that doesn't detract from its beauty. It's very lovely. Did you learn to do this by hand or by machine?
By hand. I don't have a machine, and I just recently, a friend showed me how to use a machine, and I thought, oh wow, this quilt would have taken me a lot less time if I'd known how to do that. But everything, all of the seams are all hand sewn, and then all this, of course, the quilting is.
Yeah, there's hand quilting is beautiful. So you presumably marked that out. And
yes, marked it out. Spent a lot of time. But first I made all of the squares. That took a long time, and I learned as I went. I didn't realize that you should put big patterns and small patterns together. Like this works better than this one. This one. Both of they're too much a similar pattern, and you're meant to do contrast. I didn't know, but I learned. You learn each time, and I have little things in here that I know I've done wrong, which I sort of laugh about to myself. Of course, I'm not going to tell you, but I have plenty of mistakes in here.
I think it's not so much about doing it wrong as maybe doing something that appeals to you more and maybe showcases the fabric. High contrast is something that I personally like a lot than stuff that is tonally closer. But modern quilts are done like that. This is your quilt, and I think that whatever you do is fine.
You know what I loved most about the process was after I'd put the squares together and then sewn them to all the dark red, and sewn the whole thing, so I had the top ready. I made the sandwich with the bottom, top, middle, and then it looks beautiful, but it's so flat. And it's the quilting that actually gives it the irregularity, it brings it to life, it gives it texture, and that's what I love about it. I think that before I learned about quilts, I didn't really understand that. And now when I go around, it's like you can see in the exhibition all this different color, but it's when you go up close that you get that feeling of what the 3D texture of it is, and that's the secret of quilts, I think.
I think you're absolutely right. There is an expression, quilting makes the quilt, I think it's absolutely true.
So for me, it was great when this really came alive, when I started quilting from the middle and outward. It just completely changed the whole experience of it.
Well, thank you for joining me today, and welcome to the happy band of quilters.
Thank you.